could be in the best position of your life.
Young, in love, getting married, crazy.
And then you get one text message that just makes you fall to your knees.
How did Katy's perfect love story turn into a nightmare?
I'm living like this life. The very thing that I detest. Vapid, vacuous celebrity.
Russell is definitely more out there than Katy, but Katy's, she's crazy.
What did Rihanna have to do with it?
I don't know if she started this rumor that she was gonna do it, or if she just hopped on the bandwagon.
I was just making sure that everybody got Katy lap dances.
And what wake-up call did she get from Orlando Bloom?
I've been married and divorced and I don't want to do it again.
That fairy tale that I had is not true for me right now.
Yeah, just a miss.
Yeah.
Her whole life, Katy Perry dreamed of two things, singing and true love. No matter how much she was rejected, she refused to give up on either dream.
I had someone say to me that you should probably go home because you're never gonna get signed again. You're pretty much damaged goods. And I'm 20 at that point. I'm like, I'm defected goods already.
Despite heartbreak after heartbreak, Katy vowed she would have her happy ending.
I mean, I'm a romantic. I kind of believe in this fairy tale. And in some ways, I think that's always been to my advantage because, if you can believe in something great, I feel like you can achieve something great.
Katy's hard work finally paid off when she got a VMA nomination. When she met comedian Russell Brand at the awards, Katy fell hard and fast.
Being in love now, it's kind of like having that teenage dream, that teenage love. And
It's back to England, to my mum's house in Essex. Mum made us some food. Katy was very well behaved, helped sort of with the dishes. And it made me think, oh, look, she's that's good, isn't it?
And within a year of meeting, they were engaged.
Katy Perry, my soon-to-be wife, I think possibly I either fell in love with her in that moment or received some brain injury.
Young, in love, getting married, crazy.
While Katy was at her bachelorette party with her best friend Rihanna, Russell got arrested for fighting with the paparazzi. But Katy was only focused on her fairy tale wedding. As Katy toured the world, she had no idea she wasn't the wife Russell wanted.
Katy was obviously very, very occupied and very busy. I was occupied and busy, not to the same degree.
Until she got a text from Russell. He wanted a divorce. As Katy sobbed, her fans were waiting for her to perform on stage.
You have two options. You can cancel the show, or you can do your best.
Start, Todd.
Katy found the strength to keep going, but without Russell, her life felt empty.
I don't want to have to choose between being in a relationship and having a career. And I thought to myself, when I find that person, they won't be threatened or have weird motives or whatever. And then I started to realize, oh my God, that fairy tale that I had is not true for me right now. I will do everything it takes to not fail. And I did everything it took, but it still failed.
Through the divorce, Katy could lean on Rihanna, who channeled her own pain from Chris Brown into a musical triumph.
She's a wise woman. She has been giving me some words of wisdom as of lately.
Different things in life happen and they change the course of your plans. They change everything about your life. And the only thing that you can do is hold on to who you are.
Katy did just that, and her album broke world records. But her heart still longed for fairy tale love. And she never saw her next prince coming.
Bonded over an In-N-Out burger, and I was like, wait, who? Oh, you're so hot. And then I saw him at a party, and he's like, I like you.
Like Katy, Orlando Bloom married and divorced another celeb, Miranda Kerr, and he even had a young son. But even though Katy thought she'd finally found the partner of her dreams,
this next song is about being so loved and so seen that you never, ever, ever have felt this feeling before.
She was faced with a love story that was far from a fairy tale. She'd always expected to be the #1 priority in her partner's life, but Orlando had his own career and a family to look after.
Miranda's like family. We're going to be in each other's lives for the rest of each other's lives. We have a child.
It was time for Katy to choose the fantasy of a fairy tale or the real work of a relationship.
She loves a big moment. I'm still trying to get her to wrestle into the small moments.
Being in love is the dream, and then the reality of making it work is not like the movies. There's a lot more compromise, a lot more sacrifice, or else it just won't work.
Katy realized that real happiness with Orlando was worth the work. She supported his ex in her next pregnancy and looked after his son.
his son, who's 8 years old. We have to be there at 8:15, and we cannot be late. I used to not wake up till like 11 a.m. This has definitely matured me.
And it only brought her and Orlando closer together.
He is the kindest man I've ever met, and he shows up and he is such an encouragement spiritually, emotionally, and physically.
We're both fully aware that it's a mountain to climb and that that mountain won't stop. In terms of a relationship, I love to evolve, and fortunately she does too.
Because happily ever after isn't the end of your love story.
All these things that you did in the past led you to this place.
Finding a partner who shows up for me and is so kind and wants to do the work that it takes to have a real relationship.
I will always let love lead the way.
Katy Perry just announced her pregnancy and it nearly broke the internet.
This girl is completely mental.
I just put food all over my body.
Katy, I'm not gonna watch you if you got half your clothes off.
I think people love the idea of a good girl gone bad.
The very thing that I detest, vapid, vacuous celebrity.